Hello, my name is Donnie Goodwin and I'm the Yankee Frugalist. Today we're going to be making some pork cutlets with a sour cream dill sauce. So you can see I've got my cutlets all sitting here. And all that goes on them is some cracker crumbs. We're going to dip it in the egg first. So first, this is one whole sleeve of crackers that we put in here. My husband started to break them up for me. And you want to get them a little bit finer than this. And there's probably going to be some big pieces in here too, which is fine. And that's actually good. And I've warmed up some oil, and you can feel this is pretty hot. The way you can tell if your oil is ready is you could just throw in a cracker and you can see how it starts sizzling. It actually could be a smidge hotter. So I'll turn that up a smidge. And then in the meantime, I'm just gonna put my cutlet in here and drench it in the egg. And then I'm going to put it in my bag. I'm going to shake it up really good. Make sure it's coated on both sides. And I kind of mush it on there. Make sure it's all covered good. And then we're going to place it in the pan. Now these don't take very long to cook, fortunately. I'm just going to put that in there. See how you have a nice sizzle, but it's not going too fast. That's perfect. I'm going to put a couple in here. You don't want to overcrowd your pan, so I'm going to do another one. And you're just waiting for this to be a golden brown before you turn it over to the other side. I think I can fit one more in here. Now I buy, these cutlets I happen to buy all sliced up for me. They're more expensive that way, but if you buy a pork roast, when you bring it home, you slice these off the end. If they look a little thick to you, you can always just pound them out. Let's see how this one looks over here. Almost done. See, it's a golden brown, just a little bit more. We've got a few white spots on there. And when these come out, I'm just going to put them in this pan so they have a little chance to drain. I'll put them in the oven. Actually, I better turn that on. And I actually have a keep warm, so I'm just going to use that setting. There you go. That's a nice golden brown. Please be careful around hot oil. You can see I've got my handle pointed in here. If you've got small children around, make sure they're well away from the stove. You don't want them to put their hands up on the stove. Nothing worse than a burn from oil. So please be really careful. And we're just going to keep frying these until they're a nice golden brown. Can you see my lights flickering? It is so windy out there. Hope I don't lose my electricity. Now we're just waiting for this other side to get that nice golden brown. Now obviously I actually did not season these because there's plenty of salt in the saltines. And it's almost done. We're going to take that one out. I'm just going to let these two get real golden brown before I put in any more. I'm going to put these in the oven to stay warm. I'm going to do the rest of my batch, and then I'm going to show you how to do the sauce. Okay, so my pork cutlets are all cooked, and what I'm going to do now is pour the oil, the hot oil out of this pan. Now please be very, very careful not to spill this on yourself. I'm just pouring this into another pan. And then make sure you wipe your edge so it doesn't catch on fire or anything. Or make a mess on your stove for that matter. And we're going to put this to the side to cool off. I'm actually going to make my sauce in that pan. So we're just going to set this over here. Again, be really careful. And what I'm doing now is actually making my mashed potatoes. So I've had these cooking on the side. I'm just draining those off camera. Sorry about that, you can't see that, but and when they're setting them right here, and I'm just going to use my stick blender. So here's my potatoes. I've put in a whole stick of butter, a little bit of milk. I'll decide if that's enough after I get going here. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of salt and pepper. And there we go. Those are all done, I think. And now we'll make our sauce. The sauce takes, so let me move these out of the way. And the sauce takes no time whatsoever. We're going to put this back on the heat. Just move my cracker crumb here. And we have dill. And actually, I don't think I opened the little paper piece here. Hate that thing. and my salt and pepper all ready. And we're just going to take one entire container of sour cream and dump it in this pan. So this is pretty hot. I've turned this back on. It's still hot because it didn't cool down that long. This will cook pretty quickly. You're just going to dump, come on, the whole thing in there like that. And then some pepper, some salt, and I'm going to say about a tablespoon or so, that looks good, of dill. Now we're just going to cook this up. We're going to get that nice and hot and bubbly. See, that's just going to start to bubble a little bit. You don't want to leave it on here too long, just a few moments really, just to get it hot. So I'm going to turn that off. So you can see I've got my potatoes and my pork on the plate, and I'm just going to spoon over and mix it up just a little bit over my dill sauce. And that is it. Very simple dish.